students, how are you? I hope all of you are safe at home. Today we are going to learn clauses. Clauses. We will see the definition of clause first. It is a group of sensible words which has a subject and a predicate. We will see the definition of it. It is a group of sensible words, means meaningful words, which has a subject. Subject means one who does something is called a subject, or a doer, or performer. And predicate means verb or verb and other words. There are two kinds of clauses. They are main clause and subordinate clause. We will see one by one with the definition. Main clause is called principal clause also. The definition is it is complete in itself, means it is a meaningful sentence. If we put a full stop at the end of it, it becomes a simple sentence. So it is called independent clause. I have underlined the word independent. It means main clause is a meaningful sentence, and if we put a full stop at the end of the sentence, it becomes a simple sentence. Therefore it is called independent clause. We will see the second type of clause. It is called subordinate clause. The definition is it is not complete in itself. If we want to know the full meaning of it, we must depend on main clause. So it is called dependent clause. It is always started with a subordinator. We will see the meaning of definition. It is not complete in itself means it is not a meaningful sentence. And if we want to know the full meaning of it, we have to depend on main clause. Therefore it is called dependent clause. Dependent means one who depend on others, as the students are depend on their parents. And the specialty of subordinate clause is that it is always started with a subordinator. Subordinator means a type of conjunction like that, if, unless, because, as. We will see the examples. First example, I know why he came late. In this sentence there are two clauses, and the instruction is underline the subordinate clause. So see, in this sentence I know, it is a main clause, because if we put a full stop at the end of it, I know becomes a simple sentence which we can use separately also. And why he came late is a subordinate clause. This is beginning with why, though it is a WH word, it's not a question because there is no question mark at the end. Therefore why is a subordinator, it means a conjunction. So the subordinate clause is why he came late. We will see the second example. She donated the money to the hospital where grandpa had been admitted. In this sentence, she donated the money to the hospital is a main clause, because it is a meaningful sentence. And if we put a full stop at the end of it, it becomes a simple sentence. We can use it separately also. Where grandpa had been admitted is not a meaningful sentence. Therefore it is called subordinate clause. If we want to know the full meaning of it, we have to take the help of the main clause, so that we come to know to which hospital she donated the money. Where grandpa had been admitted, it means where grandpa had been admitted is incomplete. In the third example, everyone was very happy that this gang had been caught. Every happy is a main clause. That this gang had been caught is a subordinate clause, because it is not a complete sentence. That is a subordinator. So in all these three examples, I am going to underline the subordinate clauses. In the first example, why he came late is a subordinate clause. In the second example, where grandpa had been admitted is a subordinate clause. And in the third example, that this gang had been caught is a subordinate clause. Now we will see the types of subordinate clauses. See, today we have studied clauses. There are two types of clauses, main clause and subordinate clause. The subordinate clause has three types. They are noun clause, adjective clause and adverb clause. So now we have to find out what type of subordinate clauses are used in the given sentence. The first example was, I know why he came late. In this sentence, why he came late is a subordinate clause. Now we have to find out what type of subordinate clause is this. There are two methods. The first method is, according to the definition, we can identify that why he came late can be replaced by a noun. It shows that this is a noun clause. So here we can see that the second method, if we ask a question by what to the main clause, we must get the same subordinate clause as an answer. As in the example, I know why he came late. Now we are going to ask a question by what to the main clause. What do I know? The answer is why he came late. So this subordinate clause is noun clause. Now we will see the second example. She donated the money to the hospital is a main clause. If we ask a question by what to the main clause, we do not get the answer. So according to the first method, see, where grandpa had been admitted is a subordinate clause and it cannot be replaced by a noun. So we will see the second type of subordinate clause, that is adjective clause, and we will confirm whether the second example is adjective or not. Adjective means it is a describing word or a qualifying word. In short, one may say it gives more information about a noun or pronoun. Where grandpa had been admitted, this subordinate clause gives more information about the noun, the hospital. Therefore, the subordinate clause is adjective clause. We will confirm with the help of second method by asking a question. Which to the main clause. The main clause, she donated the money to the hospital. So when we ask a question by which to the main clause, which hospital did she donate the money, we get the answer where grandpa had been admitted. It means the given sentence is adjective clause. And the third example is, everyone was very happy is a main clause. That this gang had been caught is a subordinate clause. If we ask a question by what to the main clause, what was everyone very happy, we don't get the subordinate clause as an answer. When we ask a question by which also, we do not get this answer. It means whenever we do not get the answer by what and which, then the remaining clause is adverb clause. So according to the first method, we see adverb means it gives more information about the verb or the adjective or the adverb. So this one is called adverb clause because we do not get the subordinate clause as an answer of what and which.